because he brought me over to Georgia Tech for the LAN event where he was hosting, and I did the Valorant for that, which was really cool.
Nice.
I mainly specialize in Valorant, but I want to. Hello. My name is Cheesy Gaming. I'm joined here today with Llama77. Who we have a matchup for you today. Llama, how you doing today?
Better than ever. Coming off some baseball, got some nighttime esports. What better way to start off my weekend than with some of this? But I'm doing phenomenal. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. And boy, do we have a matchup today. Empire Vanguard versus Vibin' Out Vex. Both of these teams undefeated so far in the group stage, both up 1-0 against the same team in Group D, and this means it is now time for round 3 of the round robin. Note, these two teams are the top 2 in their group of 3, so they are going to be both advancing to the double elimination starting on May 19. However, this is for seeding. Both of these teams, they want the top spot in their group, and they want that seeding to, verify them an easier path in these double elimination playoffs, get closer to that show match, get closer to those prizes that everyone's so excited for here at Luxe Series. So keeping that in mind, best of 3 coming up, and our first map, Ascent. What are you looking for? What are you hoping to see?
Ascent is kind of some milk toast to start us out. It's a little bit more of a gentleman's map pick. We get to see a lot of trade-offs and a lot of very neutral compositions that can either work on both the attacking or defensive side. Now, for these two teams, as you mentioned, this is just a show of confidence to show everybody else not only you can fight for that #1 seed, but also that you can beat all of these other great teams to get into such a position. So I'm just looking to see some good Valorant, and honestly, the players may not want to go all 3 maps, but I would personally love to.
Speaking of all 3 maps, first map Ascent, we look like we do have agents coming in here from the side of both teams, and I'm seeing some uncommon comps potentially. Looks like a Waylay potentially. I also saw Rada for a second, a Deadlock locked in from the side of It's Yogi. Some interesting picks to say the least.
I really like the Vise of her. I think it can shake up a lot of what really fast compositions want to do on those site entrances. When you get a Deadlock, it's really good on the attacking side because Ascent is so much favored in the side of smashing into a site. You can close off the one-way entrances with that extendo wall and then just hold things down for the future of it. Now, it is going to be the Vise locked in along with the Waylay. That's going to be a lot of mobility on this defensive side composition to start. And if they get the Phoenix, they'll really have a lot of tools to add in some different spice in terms of their defensive aggression.
Looks like we do have a Vice locked in on both sides from Chess Player and Endless. It's Yogi rocking the Deadlock double Sentinel. One thing I'm going to note for both Vices is Vice is a Jet counter through and through. Counters Jet immaculately. However, neither of these teams is running a Vice, with the double duelist getting locked in now for the defenders, with Adapt rocking the Phoenix. So, there's no Jet here to get punished on that dash in. With that sheer wall, when you use that tailwind, you're not getting stuck in the middle of the site with no support from your team, because you have a Waylay who can refract back to main or wherever behind the Vice wall. You also have a Yoru with those great crashes, the increased mobility that the Jet doesn't offer. So I'm very excited to see how maybe these Vices aren't as effective and if the double duelist or the double sentinel comp will thrive.
I'm interested to see where it goes. And of course, for Empire starting on this defensive side, you're working off of what is a little bit more favored towards the defensive side. So if you can play this composition to the best of its ability, then you bring the double duelist over towards your attacking side. Can go well, but looks like we're getting ready to go here for the pistol round in map number 1 of possibly 3.
Looks like a little bit of an early A lean here for the attackers. And Double Sentinel is starting off on the attacking side. And as you mentioned, it is a defense-sided map with a defense-sided comp. So they're going to be looking to extract as much value as possible from this first half, get as many rounds under their belt as they can. And it looks like the ace site is going to be the one they choose. A little bit of a defaulty look off the rip. I think a recon dart sent out towards mid a little bit. It's a defaulty recon bolt, to say the least. And they're going to be walking up towards this A contact.
Interesting to see with the Arc Rose, the Thorns, and all of that Vise utility placed over towards that B site. As you mentioned, it's going to be a 4-1 stack reaching over towards this A start. It is just 2 players on the entry towards long. Lobby further away. It looks like Adapt is going to be the first to fall, and Plague triples up before anything else. A little bit of a collateral, and then another through the wall. And so many bodies fall. Empire barely go back to grab that bomb.
Scaling up now, looking to regress after the numbers disadvantage, but Ski in an unexpected spot and gets the last as well. Looks like just 2 players, Ski and Plague, all that was needed to wrap up that A-sided attack.
Fun to start things out here, and interestingly enough, for that first round win, you do kind of expect the defenders to get it, but at the same time, surviving 3 players there is just really, really strong way to go.
Absolutely. Looking at this economy now, a very dangerous outlaw in the hands of Plague, Ski, Bulldog, Adapt, Bulldog. And it looks like Endless is going to just play off that utility a little bit with just a classic. But obviously all classics coming in a very standard round 2 look. And they're going to be looking to, once again, extract value, maybe a kill, a couple of shields knocked off the sides of their opponents. Then that's going to be the key heading into a B-sided stack. They're scaling up a little bit. And with that dark cover to maybe allow them to walk out, it's a question of, are they going to run into this sheer wall and what's going to happen?
We've got 4 players just aggressing over towards that B side, and a lot of players just running their way on in. So those Thorns on top of it, and for Empire, they can just hold themselves on down.
Paranoia sent in, Shock Dart gets a kill, and ultimately as the action falls, as the battle wages, they are going to be able to get on site with a couple early kills in their advantage, which is uncommon for this round 2 action. Spike is down, and it looks like Adapt's actually going to be the one to close the market door. A little bit of deadlock utility set up in the post plant. These 3 players have a lot to get through in this retake, and the Spike is ticking down, not allow them to do so. Nice early kill from Plague with the Outlaw. Going to get the first kill onto Kaden. Great combo utility, but it's Yogi, trades it back. Now it's a 2v3 retake.
Away on the entrance here, and the net is actually going to go wide. The stun connects on the entry. Sion gets the kill with the free gun, and all of a sudden the 2v1 send into Boathouse. Plague has got the trade back. A 3-kill trade and a slice, and that's the Gender.
0.19 seconds remaining. Plague with the heroic 4K, but it wasn't enough to secure that second round that was expected out of the hands of the defenders here after winning that first round.
Get to shut him down with that just availability in that Thrifty, and you just get to look at all of the rifles that are picked up here from the other side.
Absolutely. Now it looks like a very surprising buy heading into round 3. Very weak buy from the side of the defenders, and a very strong 5 rifle buy, as you mentioned. And they're going to be looking to take it over to the B side. We do see a little bit of a lurk wall set up, sheer wall, waiting for some B main aggression. We know these attackers are going to be cautious because the lighter guns from the side of the defenders, as Ski spots out some of that mid aggression, is going to imply that, they might take a risk, might take a non-defaulty look. Guido looking to play a little bit passive, looking to take those closer engagements towards market, towards, uh, you know, there's closer angles instead of fighting all the way down mid, and ultimately might be advantage to them to do so. Looks like they're going to scale up a site here, looking to contest Plague, jiggling towards the main. And as the action starts, jump peek and Plague going to back off, playing a little passive here for the defenders.
Early kill's going to come through from Sion, who's got the headshot. Adapt, the birthday boy, and how about this spray through? Plague on the Bulldog. Will be able to move their way back to safety. The wall's going to be destructoed. And as that plant goes down, this is now into a 4v4. They've got the Waylay ultimate ready and burning to go. It's going to be down low, and they've got protection to just play their timing. The thorns up towards that high ground going to be tough to walk through, and all the extra shock darts layered in down below. For Matzin is going to be dropped down. Sion trades. The plaid stack goes Vice for Vice, and Chess Player wins the 1v1.
It was a very intense post-plant situation. We saw the Waylay ult come in, very dangerous, space-taking ult played, having so much impact over and over again. However, it just wasn't quite enough. 10-2 scoreline for KDA for Plague over on the Waylay. However, the utility and the kills were just, the weaponry disadvantage was not one for the defenders to overcome. And because of that, it looks like they're in an all-sheriff by now. Not opting for the full save last round is going to punish them.
Don't have the money they want. I'll have a few shields and maybe some heroics in the back pocket. That's a huge net to catch Adapt. No chance to walk out quickly as Plague. That sheriff, as we talk about, can be ever so deadly and a very mobile agent like Waylay. Adapt is going to be under a lot of pressure here. 1v3, what you got in store? The slow, not enough to be removed. And for Caden, finds the headshot there. Double A, and that's going to be the report card so far. Cyrus is going to wide their time. It's going to be a nice little free sight gained away. Endless can't find anything across the box. Yogi sprays him down, and this is just absolute control.
Who's next?
Well played from that entry side. Getting that first kill. Adapt tried to sit in that grav net and just play the game of patience, play the game of timing, and take advantage of it and get a free kill, but unable to do so. They did lose one, but they get the spike down. They're now set up pretty confidently in a post plant. Grav net's going to pop onto Ski as well. Sion sees the head. Is unable to convert. Recon Bolt coming in on the retake. Pigeon trying desperately, Plague, to try to get their team onto the site. So many layers of post-plant utilities. Ski gets one, but one is all they're going to get on this retake. The rest of the kills falling the way of the defenders. Or attackers, I apologize.
It's a good little drive there that they were able to find themselves in terms of building up some ultimates. You burned down in a way that extra pressure from those sheriffs that can be sometimes so detrimental when you hit those headshots. So that only one kill trade is huge to see. And now, on a side that, as we mentioned, it really is more defender sided to go for here for VO. They're going to be trailing 3-1. And it looks like we have lost ourselves Cheez-It Gaming. And yeah, that is exactly what it looks like. So looks like we're going to need a little bit of a tech pause here. So don't go anywhere, everybody. We will be right back right after this short break.
need you. Ooh, I love you, love you. I do need you, need you. I do, I love you, I do need you, need you. I love you, love you. I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. All I wanna do is to put my
just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. You were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the putting in.
Rising with each beat of the music is bringing real flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no more shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma fight my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, no, no. I got no, no, no rival. No rival. No rival. Tell me now, what you gon' do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma fight my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got no. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, no, no. I got no, no, no rival. No rival. I got no, 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 no rival. No rival. No rival. Paralyze my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the car. Oh, oh, oh.
back, everybody, to the Luxe Series Summer Classic in round 3 of our round robin stage. We've got a little bit of swaps, some couple back-end issues that we are dealing with, but Zero Fight has joined us up on the desk. Zero, how you doing? We're already through one map, and we've got still possibly 2 more to go.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm 13-2 coming in from a sense. I mean, just looking at that score is crazy. So super excited to be here hopping in for Lotus, which is Empire's map pick as well. So coming into this should be a good one.
Lotus, a fan favorite for me at least. I feel like love the 3-site maps. It's always tough on the defense to decide where you're going to put your resources on Lotus. And then, of course, those team fights are always super beautiful with lots of different obstacles to go into. But immediately getting a Viper lock-in here for VO. They're also hovering the Vise. They played that back in map number 1 where they earned that 13-2. And Vise has just seen this real resurgence to the meta.
Yeah, I definitely think so as well. Just even after the Tejo nerfs, a lot of players just don't know where they're going to go with their team. So I think going back to this, like Fnatic-esque comp is really good for both sides pretty much. But actually, it's the double duelist lock-in on the other side of Vibin' Out. So the Waylay, I mean, we'll have to see, but I don't know. This isn't really something you see all the time. It's typically that ISO in that second duelist spot.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about the Waylay just yet. I think it has some good counters towards the Vise. You can kind of bait out that wall, come right on back with that Refract. But at the same time, I don't think it has just as much dueling potential as the ISO has, as many tools to clear that site and clear lots of space, and especially that ultimate kill contract. I think it's just a morale boost when you're winning one-on-ones, when you're activating that double tap shield. So for these two teams, very important to keep the winning going. They both locked themselves in towards the next stage guaranteed. But this is basically a battle for the #1 overall seed.
Yeah, get to that #1 seed, get yourself a good spot, and honestly, just have that morale up. And I think the morale for Empire is going to be high coming into this map. But for Vibin' Out, this is going to be a test. See if they can bounce back going into playoffs. You know, how are they going to face up in these tough situations? I kind of have to see here as we get into this first pistol round. So it'll be Empire on that defense. I mean, this is an attack-sided map a lot of the time, so that double duelist really going to try to just make their stand over towards A pretty early on here. It's just this one player silence, so we'll have to see how they decide to receive this, but it should be a big opener.
They've got a raise. I feel like you've got the mobility. Those paint shells can also start to just rip through that backline and do a decent bit of damage. For Sion will try their way to do some damage early on as we start off with our first pistol. It is map number 2 with Empire Vanguard. A 1-0 lead. For Sion is going to immediately send out those paint shells, have some thorns at the feet just in case they are overrun. Immediately sending the Omen Smoke to cut down a singular angle, clearing out the box side, and now it's a 5v1 running to the sides.
Spike planted. Viper down.
Nice kill there from Ski. Oh, there's the swinger on the box play, and how about that? A 2-for-1 from the VO side on the re-entry here. Be important to just get those early kills as Adapt, switching from the Phoenix to the Raze, has found their way into some huge blood, and look at this, the entrance from Tree, rooted in death. VO finds their first.
Let's do it again.
A great pistol round to come out for Vibin' Out. And that's just showing the power of that double duelist, the aggression as well from the attack side. But having a little bit of audio issues, so apologies about that. But should be all set to go now, I believe. And so on that attack side, I mean, what really makes this map so favored on that side is these ultimates. So if they can start to get up these double duelist ultimates and just play aggressive over towards this A area, establish dominance that this Vibin' Out squad will have to respect early, condition this. Just stalwart aggression so far on this attack side. So the rotates are coming over very quick here. Flood back in.
There's 5 here. There's going to be some players with weapons trying to kill you from that high ground, and for Adapt, that's a double kill, slaying down here with the bonus weaponry. Blake picks up a double off that Bulldog, and it's all but done. Endless fires the last shots as VO doubles up back-to-back rounds.
And even gets the plant there at the ends. Pretty clean. Anti-eco round to convert, but that would be the first rifle rounds to really test Empire here on their defense side. What kind of setups are they going? Because so far, it's just been 2 quick rounds over towards this A site. And you see this round number 3, they go for this aggressive take, try to punish anything that might come out. But so we can tell, there's 5 players walking up to the B site, contacting this.
It's interesting when you still have link control. Got the retake ability. You've got this Viper on the defensive side that can really help into a 3-side map, and Yogi's going to find their way, popping the shear wall. Jumping through the smoke is definitely a bolder choice rather than none. How about the spray through the wall? Adapt is just going to look for some early damage as the Prowler is sent out for some info.
They already have 3 players here. Stalled out a little bit, but finally
Poison's off.
going down now.
Over top here, it looks like Yogi is just gonna watch, and that denial of that
trying to
plane is
fight.
just absolutely huge. Yogi's got a 3K. The health bar not the
enemy
best.
remaining.
3v2 here, Sion gets their kill, and it's all down to Adapt. All alone, the raise double kill from Sion earns Empire Vanguard their first round.
And it just was so uncomfy that entire time. Vibing Out was on that C site. Empire doing such a great job to have 3 players there early, and then just continue to flood more and more players in, and it was just too uncomfortable to actually plant that. The first rifle round game, so now we'll be able to put a little bit of money into this. We might be seeing some ultimates come up this round, but it's going to be a big brawl over towards that A site. A real first test.
Ion's dead. The clutch factor from that last round, and Endless has actually found one through the extra Viper veil of a wall. It's the sightlines blocked, but not the bullets. That's the important thing for right now as Empire Vanguard. They've got a long flank coming. For Mazin, you really have to get this tree control, but play very patient. You have the back of sight. You had your Viper that rotated back towards some of that space control. And now you have this Vibe that's ready to wreck the entire.
But the showstopper on the other side, they can open this door, pop through with that Cinder Prowler. They might actually decide to lean towards B. This would be an opening where there's not a single player there, or even potentially wrap through C, but it stopped. Just going to go back over towards the A site.
Doesn't convert at all. There's that showstopper you talked about. It's just going to be clearing out, and fire
Oh,
through
no way!
barely nips the toes of Yogi. The bear is dead for now, but it's a 3-on-2 with the plant just going down. The entry coming through. Scale lights him up. Full lane pin to the pins. That's a double kill.
Nice spray down there to close it out, and Vibing Out are looking so clean on their attack side so far. That double kill by Sky. Now, this is where they're going to start to get these ultimates up. It's a full eco for the other side of Empire Vanguard. So that conversion paths now, Sky 2 away from that Nightfall. He really hasn't been able to really do anything to just stop this early A presence. It's just always going the way of Vibing Out.
Back to this attacking side, especially with taking bodies like that. They've just fired their shots and they haven't been missing them. That's 3 straight kills for the VO squad. Now all of a sudden, it is a 2-player flank with just some abysmal weaponry. The turret's going to give away their location. Adapt is ready for the first swing, but Yogi's got the Sheriff to the dome. That's going to be a Viper wall popped up. That is a possible weapon to be gained. as Yogi's going to look to clear the longer angle. The first Ruins box is going to take one down, Ski with the headshot, and Chess Player just trying to move the king into a correct position. The pawns are flying out, but the paranoia enough during the 4th round for VO.
It is just nice from VO. It's clean, continuing to get these rounds. And honestly, at this point, if I'm Empire, probably calling a timeout to just try to get something different going. Stop this momentum. This is where you have this rifle rounds coming up. You have that showstopper, the Viper's Pit as well. So this is an impactful rounds to determine how this half might go. Look at the money. Yeah, it just, the stark difference. Once again,
Pockets are lined with gold. That's for sure, as you mentioned, for vibing out. It's interesting with this start that they've got kind of 5 players trailing towards that A side. I mean, it's worked out for the past, right? So you drop the nightfall, you send yourself into a positive position, and then opens up with the destroyal of that sheer possibility. So there's the flank coming in, but Adapt has got that movement up over top of it, has got the headshot, and has really just blown open things. For the back line, it's another 2-player flank, but it is way too late. Caden needs to clutch up and only gets the one for now.
on swinging out there, it's 1-for-1 trade. It goes down here, so Showstopper still in play for Scion. It's popped. It just lands on the head of Adapt.
Some aggression from the Races. Scion able to get one, and well, Madison has the other. All of a sudden, the cleanup on that defensive side. More importantly, didn't have to use that Viper's Pit. A huge retake or early round shutdown ultimate is going to stay in the pockets of Empire Vanguard.
Yeah, great round there. So retake just as a team, right? That Showstopper getting one to open it up and then just winning out from there. And like you said, the ultimates and the money are now on the up for Empire Vanguard. Vibing out. I mean, they're just going to go back to what was working, right? Going over towards this A early, not really doing much else. And the other side, you see this Viper's Pit to really try to contest this C space, but invest it off of no real C conditioning. So what it allows you to do is have these quick rotates over. So there's 3 players going towards this B site. Already investing the Nightfall as well. There's nothing to follow up on it, so we'll just back up, play time. There's still 1:15 on the clock. No need to rush for vibing out here.
Bring them down.
Really play this patience. I mean, they've still got 70 seconds. That's the nice news about these Valorant rounds. You've got time to spare. For Adapt, they're going to send their way looking up tree, but finally will just look to clear out the link connection, and you really don't want to play in towards that Viper's Pit. Instead, it's going to be Prowler eating the feet of the Waylay, giving a little bit of information that Omen Smoke is just perfectly placed to cut off the long angle. And Chess Player, the lone member here, Scion has got the cut down, and this could be the first domino of many.
Yeah, Scion is looking that good.
30 seconds left.
This nice prospects, but best the ultimate for Waylay sends it in here. Leg just take such aggressive duels, not pushing any further though through the CT smoke and the plant. Go down, but the steel guard to respond.
Turn off some of those primary weapons here for Cyros, only able to use the classic. Jumping on in here, down low, Scion gets him.
There's no way.
Mazin's got the headshot, and it's a double kill from the Omen. And VO, I mean, they just waited until 20 seconds left to go. There were all 4 re-gangles available for Empire Vanguard. They go flawless, working a couple back-to-back rounds.
And every rounds that Empire is winning is off of these flood retakes. Just trying to fight heavy on site and have those players flood back in to assist.
Now we wait.
And it's just the quick rotates are just working such wonders.
Now we wait.
And vibing out. We're hitting a wall here. Not exactly sure what the economy is looking like, but it can't be great after losing 2 rounds in a row like that. But once again, it's just going to be early fight towards A. Maybe get these ult orbs, win an early duel, win some early space. All those ultimates for Empire were invested in the last round, so nothing to work with here.
It's gonna be early paranoia. Sion just turns around, snaps to it, only gets the one. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Plaid Stripes enter the feed here as the plant is available. Theo, they're gonna play not really in towards the rubble. They're playing inside the site fully. Yogi might just have the chance to clean him up. Cyros is going to send out the smoke, giving away their position, and it's a double for Yogi. The bear is clawed back, and it's all down to Ski, who's in a cheeky little position with that SMG, only gets their one. Yogi triple kills. Vanguard 3 rounds in a row.
Yogi is just ridiculous there. These Phantom users are just showing why it's such a good weapon, and the aim to complement it just so great to see. Like you said, 3 in a row now for Empire. After a shaky start to this half, they've really worked their way back into it, really off the back of Sion, finding a lot of these openers, and then Yogi as well. So VO for the first time will go over towards that C site, try to make something, switch up this game plan as they still have plenty of time to play with, and some big ultimates here on the attack side.
Looks like we got a little bit of a loading issue here on the side of our observers, so can go for just a second, see if it does fizzle itself out. But yeah, I mean, you talk about Empire Vanguard and such a huge win on that map #1. Now they go in towards that pick. You're already at 4 rounds on this defensive side, which I would consider a victory already, and you've still got 4 more to go with the economy favor. I will say kind of interesting with how they were playing some of those retakes where they were really investing their ultimates before anything else had happened. That Viper's Pit last round, they're like, okay, you're not getting access for free to this C site.
Yeah.
That's the last thing we want to give you. And then that Nightfall given over as well. But their team cohesion has allowed them to really clean up some of those retakes and get themselves 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and like you said, it is those retakes. They're fine just playing back and like letting the duelist go ahead on vibing out and just try to take those duels. But they can't take the duels if they're just playing for retake all the time. So a little unfortunate, but they need to find a response here as well. So on your attack side, you really want to be getting as many rounds as possible. I'm not sure what their defense is going to look like. Maybe similar to, I mean, how Empire is playing right now with those retakes, with the double duelists. But I don't know. It's looking rough here, but there are some ultimates to look at, so we'll have to see.
Well, if you heard that boom in the distance, that was one of our observers' PC exploding. So we're going to need a moment before we hop in towards the rest of our Game 2 action. Don't go anywhere. The Luxe Tournament Series will be right back. As you mentioned, for vibing out, it's interesting with this start that they've got kind of 5 players trailing towards that A side. I mean, it's worked out for the Bastards. So you drop the Nightfall, you send yourself into a positive position, and then opens up with the destroyal of that sheer possibility. So there's the flank coming in, but Adapt has got that move.
He stalled out a little bit, but finally they're going down now.
Top here, it looks like Yogi is just gonna watch, and that denial of
Just trying
that
to
lane
fight.
is just absolutely huge. Yogi's got a 3K. The health bar not do it. Only gets the one. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Plaid Stripes enter the feed here as the plant is available. Theo, they're gonna play not really in towards the rubble. They're playing inside the site fully. Yogi might just have the chance to clean him up. Cyros is gonna send out the smoke, giving away their position, and it's a
Leg just taking such aggressive duels, not pushing any further though through the CT smoke, and the plant go down, but they'll still guard to respond.
turn off some of those primary weapons here for Cyros. Only able to use the classic. Jumping on in here, down low. Sion gets
There's
him.
no way. It stops. Just gonna go back over towards the A side.
Doesn't convert at all. Here's that showstopper you talked about. It's just going to be clearing out, and fire
Oh,
through
no way.
barely nips the toes of Yogi. The bear is dead for now, but it's a 3-on-2 with the plan just going down. The entry coming through, scale up for sure, as you mentioned, for vibing out. It's interesting with this start that they've got kind of 5 players trailing towards that A side. I mean, it's worked out for the Patrons. You drop the nightfall, you send yourself into a positive position, and then opens up with the destroyal of that sheer possibility. We're back. We have fixed up the exploded PC, and we should be ready and roaring to go. We're in the depths of a round number 11, tied up 5-5 after it looks like VO finally stopped the streak of Empire Vanguard rounds. But it looks like to me that they're not too healthy in what is a 5v2 situation. They don't have that spike down either, so they're working around an eco here with just Ski
left.
Sheriff, and unfortunately for Scion, they're going to send out those paint shells to start. Have got to deal with that extra vision blockage from the Viper. Uses the wall, and just smart stuff here. Moving the way towards back to the site. Caden finds the Odin spam, and there's just one Odin left to kill. And it looks like Cyrus will get their one back before Empire Vanguard gets 6.
Last round in the half.
Good work from Empire to clean that out. Convert that rounds as, I mean, 6 now on their defense side. I mean, you do have this double controller comp, so you'd expect it to have a lot of good aspects. So 1 away from the Viper's pit now. Hayden just having fun out here with this Odin as well. I think we haven't really seen a lot of teams use this as much, but with this paint shell combo, it can be so good at controlling this early root control. But Woman can teleport right across that, so just be left on a jump spot. But oh man, oh man, not the Odin.
I mean, Omen is supposed to have these hacks, but not against a gun with 100 bullets in the magazine. Zion will clean up one with a headshot, and it's going to be the shorty pull out for just a second before tapping back in towards the LMG. Here's the spray down. It's 3 already falling on the field side. The re-entry as Yogi slays him down. There is a lockdown available, but it's from the shadows right towards the behind. And the tree is cut down. Chess player gets the headshot. Empire Vanguard end the half, 7-5.
Switching sides.
A great half from Empire Vanguard. Good recovery as well to just try to, I mean, honestly, I mean, they weren't really doing anything special. They were just playing back, retaking. I mean, obviously we missed 2 rounds there where I'm not sure exactly, but I feel like they just got their confidence up. They believed in their game plan and went forward, but now swapping over to this defense side. I mean, it's only a 2-round deficit for vibing out here, but if they lose this pistol, it's going to be tough. And I mean, once you get to the 9-round mark, get some of those ults built up on that attack side, it can be hard to get back into. And that would be the series here at 2-0 for Empire.
I mean, it's their map pick too. I mean, this is just what is so tough because of how many different maps I would say there are in the pool right now. You have your gentleman's map of like Ascent where it seems we always go to, but there's always got to be something like a Lotus or an Abyss or something that your team isn't truly prepared and ready to go for. So I think it's going to be tough, like we said, for both these two teams. They already did well in their previous 2 sets of the round robin, but for this final round, they're just looking for that number 1 seed. So it's not the end of the world, but if you do get 2-0'd, I mean, maybe that's a weak point. Maybe but everybody else in those matches later on are going to say, you lost this bad on Ascent and Lotus. Maybe we just pick Ascent and Lotus against you.
Yeah, but it also could be a learning opportunity, right? Like, this is the perfect time to get exposed before going into playoffs. You are in the group stage. Like you said, you're already qualified, so you can afford to make these mistakes here and just take those, iterate on them, and get even better when those playoffs do come. We'll have to see as well. I'm not exactly sure what that 3rd map is, but if they could bring it to a 3rd map as well, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I want to see the most Valorant possible today. I said at the top of the broadcast, we're here to watch some Valorant, and we want to watch some Valorant. So to satiate our needs for even more, of course, we've got half of this map left to go. Like you said, if VO can find a way to win this one, send it over towards that map pick. Again, not sure what that third one is either, but we'll figure that out together as we go along in the series. And interestingly enough, for the other side, for VO, you do have to wonder, what are you going to do here on the flip of the sides? Now you're not really in control. You're on defense. You're going to be splitting up resources, and the composition is going to be pretty tough. You're going to need your waylay again to find some sort of burst potential and speed.
Yeah, and I really do think, though, this is where the Waylay finds a lot of value on these retakes to try to flood back in, fight early for that control. I think, I mean, obviously, would prefer an ISO, but it can do the job if they turn up. But they really were kind of getting shut down by Sion on the other side. So that we'll have to see how that kind of stylistic matchup uh, approaches in the attack half for Empire, because they do have that Viper, which has kind of been in and out of the meta with that Teho. A lot of teams were playing her. A lot of teams were playing like the Vise, but now we're back into a little bit more open of a meta where you don't have to fully commit to that Breach Teho, mainly because it's trash now, but that's besides the point.
Hey, I was annoyed for Tejo for so long. I think it is deserved. Go to the trash, go to the corner, go to your spot where you belong. And you know what? As a Viper main slash some Phoenix, I get some duelist in there just in case it auto fills me. But no, I mean, as a Viper main, I think it's really refreshing just to see the ability that Viper has to cut down something that, like a Lotus, you never expect that you'd be able to shut down all of the A entrance with just a singular piece of utility. But that's what Viper provides. And you go through it, you risk not only decaying your health bar, but also just giving over absolutely free picks to the other team.
No, the amount of pressure it provides on that attack side is just it is ridiculous. You can solo with one prowler and a wall, you can pretty much clear the entirety of A back in that mid round. So brings definitely a lot. And I'm wondering if we will continue to see this Vice, because on that defense side, I don't know if it was the setups that they were bringing, but it didn't feel like they were playing it how this comp was originally played with that Killjoy. Sure, the Teho is gone out of the meta, so that's a bit better for Killjoy coming in. But with this Vice on the attack side, I think we'll really get to see how that plays in with the flash to re-clear in the mid round to assist with that Viper wall. But I'm not exactly sure. I think we are having a little bit of some more technical issues, so we should be able to hop in hopefully soon, get you an update as soon as possible. But in the meantime,
We're here. That's what we are. We're here in the meantime until we get some further action. We talked about the explosion. Don't worry, we brought the fire department in. They blew out all the flames. They got a brand new PC, but unfortunately, there was another fire that burnt down half of the PC as well. So we have to recall the fire department. They're back on their way. Don't worry though, some more Valorant action here soon. And I mean, already it feels like you weren't here for map number one, but a pretty one-sided map number one. This map number two has given us kind of everything. And I think the motivation that you can get from vibing out, you started with so many rounds in a row. You won that pistol. The confidence has got to be at the highest level it's been all day long.
yeah, it definitely does. I mean, you got more rounds in one half than you got all of the last map. And I mean, they showed some good stuff as well. Whenever they were winning those rounds, it was off of aggression. It was off of playing together, right? Taking those duels into heaven whenever they knew they were getting flanked. So being opportunistic in those opportunities, but coming into their defense side, I don't know how much they're going to be able to get away with that outside of early on, maybe coming out, I mean, with some new stuff that I haven't seen. I would love to be proven wrong, because I mean, like you said, if you can just shoot and like have confidence in that and feel like you're gonna win the duel, that carries you so far sometimes. So
I mean, hey, it sounds very easy, but just win 5 gunfights every single round. That's
easy. Just
all
shoot
it
5
takes.
people, you know.
Just shoot your gun, just hit some headshots, just win some rounds. But I gotta ask you, I revealed my main. Zero, what are you rocking if you're solo queuing into some Valorant ranked?
Probably Razor Jet. I'm a dirty duelist main. So I once was a Neon believer, not anymore, but once dipped my toes into that, you know.
Like it. The Raze, the Jet, I mean, they kind of have they're like the yin and the yang. They bring some sort of
Yeah.
speed, some sort of damage, and kind of even out each other's strengths and weaknesses. But I mean, I played some Neon in my time, but I'll tell you, I am not good at going fast. I already can't hit my shots moving slow. I don't think the speed helped me out.
Yeah, it can be, dude. The Neon sometimes it can get it's just so much sometimes. I'm like, if I'm not in it, you just can't play it. You got to be like 16-year-old now, just like on Adderall, just like getting that caffeine in. It is a lot, but I don't know. I feel like coming into this matchup as well. I mean, going into playoffs, I'm not exactly sure what the bracket is looking like, but with this new meta, I believe this is the first week on the new patch, so this will be a good testing ground as well for match experience, like I was talking about earlier, for both these teams to kind of review going into playoffs. Not exactly sure if they'll stick to these compositions, if they were playing these compositions, previously and just get to carry it over since they weren't playing Tejo. But I think both of these teams going back to two very different styles, I would say, and ideas is great to see. Because I think now that Tejo's gone, we're going to start to see just the most balanced meta where you can play pretty much anything and get away with it if you have the strategies, have the teamwork, have the confidence.
And last meta was just like, okay, you're playing Tejo. There is no choice. Everybody's gonna be playing Tejo. Doesn't matter what composition, doesn't matter what role. 5 Tejos, why not? That's gonna be the true composition for all of that retake and denial. But I also think it's a little bit interesting, kind of with Waylay. I was excited to see a little bit more. I kind of got a little bit let down, I'm not gonna lie, from Waylay's abilities, but it looks like the firefighters have cleansed things. And we're back into the match. Empire Vanguard lead 8-5.
Yeah, so the pistol rounds going the way of Empire here to start off. And look at this buy. I mean, 2 Guardians, Bulldog and a Vandal. Pretty standard stuff as far as that goes. And an early push here for Plague. Popping that refract already. Getting to swing into the smoke, but it is dangerous. And he's shut down.
Chance to go back to life here. Adapt gets the headshot on a quick flick. Yogi is quick to send them back to the graveyard here. It was a pretty big stack for vibing out on this A site. They've got 1 player high, 1 player low to try and play those different positions. And with that Omen smoke, kind of trying to force Empire Vanguard to either walk through the smoke in a disadvantageous position, rather, or try and go towards the B site where this Killjoy is waiting.
So this back down, but this is a quick wrap, but Yogi is always on top of it. So 3 into this round, well as I believe getting the plant, so farming up those orbs. This is a clean round for Empire. Gonna try to keep all 4 of these guns into this for the side of BO. I mean, you're not winning this. Yogi onto the ace. No way, it gets stolen by chess player just at the last moment. Unfortunate, the superstar Viper player. But I think they'll be okay with the round win, 4K.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, you take the round win, but I don't know. I'm definitely reporting my teammate for something after that if they stole that from me. But no, we know there's some money. Yeah, that's very true. There's some money on the line here at the end of the tournament, so got to win those rounds, got to win this map. Of course, for Empire Vanguard, still up that 1-0 count, and it is going to be full rifles up and available for Yogi. They're under current threat as those paint shells rip down half of the regen shield and 17 of the effective HP. Now, it looks like Vanguard want to flex over towards this C site. There is Endless here with all of that Killjoy utility, a regen shield, a Vandal towards their nade, but yeah, it's going to be immediately pushed on back.
That Viper kept the vibing out players over towards A for so long, but the site is just now being gained. The going down now, but there's 5 players here to retake so quick on this.
Stop the paranoia. Caden's got a double. How about Scion? Endless finds a double of their own. But look at this work back. Endless is going to need to go crazy with that regen shield. Could maybe isolate him. Adept lines him up. Knocks him down, and with 30 HP, sends out the paint shells. The problem is, it's got to be the showstopper needing to connect it. No!
Yogi!
Yogi slices, dices, clutches, and sends Vanguard to 10.
Who else but Yogi? He has been so clutch for his team in this series so far. 20-5 as the Viper. I mean, that is just ridiculous stuff. And so now, winning that bonus, converting it, it's just going to be Sheriffs for vibing out. Empire looking to get not only to double digits, but to 11 rounds. Only going to be 2 away, and these ultimates are starting to build up. Vibing out, this game slowly is slipping away from them.
Need to do some damage here. That's for sure. This cannot be a round where you give away anything for free. Look at this little one-way, just the pixel perfect smoke will shut down the entrance decision from Empire Vanguard. They decide it's time to open the door, swing it through B, where there's only one piece of utility trying to deny them. The good news for VO, that is the easiest site to retake if they do choose to go there. But that Viper wall is just giving them some problems, not really knowing where to go. They've still got this 3-stack chilling over on C. And these paint shells could ruin it all. Here's the speed engage. Here's the nightfall. Here's Scion going for a double. Everybody behind the boxes is dead. The paint shells are there. And Mazen finds a way to go 3 for nothing.
This guy and his just jumping kills with the rifle is ridiculous. This is truly Valorant. This is what it was meant to be. And Yogi just hunting the last one down. Hitting the last frag, and it's a flawless for Empire to head into rounds number 17 here. Now so close to closing it out. Viper's Pit online off the back of that kill, the back of that rounds. This is really the last chance for vibing out.
Right here, right now. Now or never. Number 1 seed still on the line. They don't really have the ultimates to do so. The Viper's Pit there available on the other side for Vanguard. And they are just going to be working against this stack. This might just be a good old-fashioned Wild West shootout. But it's more players here for the red side, and that means weapons going to be killed down first. Plague gets that opener headshot, and it's going to be Plague and the rest of the crew that wait with bated breaths, hoping they push their way. But the Viper wall is going to slice down that site. It is only the Killjoy with some nades to the favor, and Chess Player evens up the player count.
Oh, but a great trade by Plague. Clear out that B main space, and the delay has been so good so far. Yogi gonna invest the pit here just to get the spike down. So extends through tree, but Endless is so quick into this. Do they expect him? Yes, they do. It's Yogi, of course it is. Mazen as well. Up into a 3v2. So much to do here for vibing out.
This pit is just so terrible to enter. I mean, the position is perfect. Plague, where's your timing at here? Gonna be Mazen sneaks out a foot there and still gets the kill. Are you kidding me?
How is he doing that?
Snapping series point for Empire Vanguard.
That is daylight robbery right there. Right click not coming through, and Empire Vanguard, after a somewhat shaky start after a 3 rounds loss streak, they have just been on fire ever since. Just being able to shoot their way out of anything, and I mean, it's really off the back of Yogi at 23-5, and so vibing out. They're have to force here, try to make something of this, and it's an early duel. Early showstopper.
And just finds it. And man, I mean, that's a good trade. I mean, you take those all day long. It gets a little bit of stall going through. You've got the flank coming. Ski needs to do it all right now, but the position is known. They are dead. It's a 4v3. And Empire Vanguard, they have a litany of choices of where they could go and where they could stall out to. All of it is just a bait, hook, and ladder here as all of VO rotates away from the would-be site that Vanguard wants to plant at.
And it's just off of cut noise as well. There's silence. They think there was a timing over towards the C sites. And now Adapt's jiggling. Call back the rest of his teammates. Trying to get ahead of this. Playing on his own, but he gets shut down by Scion. And so now a 2v4 retake to stay in the map. Extend your life just a little bit longer.
Spike planted.
Gonna line up. They're gonna think about this. The teleport is red, and Scion's got the 3K. Bait shells say goodnight. 4K, Dapper, and Empire Vanguard are your victors in a 2-0 sweep.
A dominant performance here, to be honest with you, Mama. I mean, Empire came out to play today. I mean, 13-2, 13-5. Just really showing up and showing why they deserve that first seed in the groups. Heading into playoffs, you're going to be feeling confident. And I mean, how can you not be if if you're winning out like this against the other teams who, I mean, they're in contention. Like, this isn't a sloucher squad for vibing out. So Empire definitely going to be happy with the result here today. But I mean, it was really off the back of some individuals just coming out as well. I mean, and they had good team play, but when individuals like Yogi and Scion are doing ridiculous stuff, like the 4K in literally just the last rounds, I mean, so many just consistent 3Ks from Yogi as well. It's just so good.
When it's your Viper player doing that, it just allows everybody else to succeed even more. A fun series, I've got to say, put on the course by the Luxe Tournament Series. And of course, this isn't where the action stops. Although this is our last matchup of the day today, we've still got our next stage. We've still got those prizes to give out for those victors and follow-up round winners of the championship. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Follow if you have not already. But for Zero and Llama, that's going to do it for our day as Empire wins the series 2-0. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Luxe Summer Series, and we'll see you next time.
I'm stuck inside of these walls.